Hello there. Today is March 15. For anybody in this country, you know exactly what today's date is and the anniversary of what happened 4 years ago. It was awful, it was tragic, and it should never, ever have been allowed to happen. 4 years later, we're seeing the rise of the alt-right. We're seeing them take over communications, messaging, and the way that people approach all sorts of other things that they want to get angry about. We've seen the way that they attack things like drag queens telling stories to kids in libraries. We've seen the way that they go off and attack doctors who are trying to help kids with vaccinated blood. We've seen the way that they go out and consider themselves above the rules and laws that the rest of us have to follow. It's disgusting. It's awful. The number of these people who sit there and have things like I am hope still in their profiles from that day, who go and spew hatred, who spread violent rhetoric, who don't even see that they are falling into those traps, who can't even tell that calling themselves something like a pureblood is akin to Nazism. That kind of messaging is becoming far more prevalent and far more dangerous. Because as it becomes more prevalent and these people become dumber and dumber for not realizing the information that they're spreading and the hate that they're spreading, it spreads further. And it's tiring. It's exhausting. But we need to do what we can to stop that. We need to call it out when we see it. We need to tell people to go back into their little fucking rabbit holes and stay there away from other people where they can cause serious harm. We saw 4 years ago exactly the sort of harm that they are capable of causing. Nobody wants a repeat of that. And if these people that we're starting to see these days, who are flooding mainstream media, comment sections, who are setting up their own little radio stations, who are spamming people non-stop on Twitter whenever they get a mention that makes people think that, oh, they're being mean to me, we need to do what we can to put them in their place. Block them off, make sure they don't have a voice, and suck the oxygen out of the room so that they can't spread their messages of hate. And those people that have been out there spreading them and taking advantage of people's fear and concern over the last couple of years with everything else that's going on, we need to lock them up and throw away the key at this stage, because they're not learning, they're not helping, they're really hurting people.